Hello my friends, Action Figure Junkie back with you with another custom action figure made from Marauder Task Force parts and accessories, and a good deal of Hasbro thrown in for good measure to make what is obviously, yet again, another custom Snake Eyes. Now, I know what you're saying, geez AFJ, you really do love Snake Eyes, because I feel like this is the 5th or 6th or 7th video you've showed us about a Snake Eyes. And I would say, you're right, because I love Snake Eyes, and that's just how it is. This is modeled after, that's not the sword that's supposed to be there before I started this video. Anyway, this Snake Eyes is modeled after Snake Eyes version 3 from 1989. Now, it took me a long time to figure out how to make this one because I knew it wasn't going to be the easiest figure I've ever made. However, I think it was worth it. Because at first glance, that is just immediately Snake Eyes version 3. He's got the cool night vision goggles. He's got the cool knuckle knives on his chest. He's got that silenced Uzi and those giant bar nunchucks. So basically what I did here is took a 25th anniversary body of Snake Eyes version 3 and just gutted it. Took an X-Acto knife and very carefully cut off everything I could possibly use to make it, such as if you look closely, let's see if we can zoom in on the grenades on his arms, on his biceps. I cut those off and glued them on. Now, I know you could probably figure out a way to do that with the Marauder Task Force with the grenades and the clips, but they don't quite look as good as the Snake Eyes the Hasbro versions did. With the grenades, they're small, they're right there on his arm. I was very careful in removing them and gluing them on, and I think it just looks basically very cool. It looks just like that Snake Eyes did. I, of course, used the backpack, the head, the gun, the giant, I don't know, nunchucks, for lack of a better term. I'm not too sure what they're called. And went from there. I cut the shoulder strap off. Can you see that? I cut the shoulder strap off and put it on him, glued it on him, and that's what he can hang his, focus. That's what he can hang his, there we go, his silenced Uzi by. Now the knives were kind of tricky. I'm not 100% satisfied with them, but it was the only way I could think of to get them on without doing some kind of crazy Dremel drilling, which I suck at. Now, there's a little bit of, oh, is this not going to work for the video? Of course. There's a little bit of black electrical tape. Now, I'm not going to try to take them off. They do come off. And I bought, now they come off with a little bit of work, but I'm not going to try to do it from the video because it'll distract. But then I bought extra pairs so that when you take those off, they're actually glued together. They're not coming apart. They're glued together and they stay that way in order to stay on his chest. So they come off and I put them to the side, and then I can put these two in his hands, so it looks like he went from having them on his chest to holding them in his hands. Fairly simple, but I think it works. They look pretty good. Went with a side arm pistol at his right leg, and just went with all black. Took out the armor on the legs because if you remember the original Snake Eyes version 3, his legs were like very basic, very flat, not a lot of texture. I didn't really want to have the armor on this one. I did want the armor on the wrist on the forearms because he had those cool like silver gauntlets. Well, I went and painted those armor silver, then gave him some dry brush to show a lot of scratching, you know, maybe where he's deflected blades and whatnot. Went and painted his belt silver, and then gave it a little dry brush painting to show some wear. And then the head has the, you know, the original Night Force, the night vision goggles. So it's as close a representation to Snake Eyes version 3 as I could really get. I think it looks pretty good. He can hold his nunchucks fairly well. I can't, but he can. Now, I know I love Snake Eyes, as you can see. I probably am not done making custom Snake Eyes. I have a few more ideas that might not actually be based on any original figures, just kind of original creations, which is fine because there's been so many Snake Eyes over the years. You can pretty much do whatever you want and it will still be Snake Eyes as long as he's got a few basic identifiers. Cool mask with a visor, some cool weapons, dark colors, your Snake Eyes. It's really, that's what's great about Marauder Task Force, is they have so many available things to give you great ideas. Well, this is my Snake Eyes, black. I put the ammo pack upside down so that he could drop little gas bombs into his hand and then throw them. That was a choice. Really just black and silver. It was a simple choice because the original Snake Eyes was just black and silver. I went with the original backpack to the 25th anniversary version 3. Thought about painting it some different colors, but it just didn't ring true to me. Just wanted to leave it as close to the original as possible. Well, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this wasn't a rambling on video. I'm just kind of proud of this version. I think he looks really dope, and I haven't put any pictures of him up yet because I kind of wanted to debut this video first. So I got to take some pictures of him on Instagram. I think I put one up maybe yesterday, but he's in a group of like 12 or 13 other figures, so he doesn't really stand out much. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Find me on the social medias if you're interested in seeing some fun pictures of my dorky habit. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And as always, imparting